Hello, students. Do I look like an Englishman? I hope so. I am Father Avinash. Today I have come with 8th Standard History lesson, and the name of our lesson is Civilizing the Natives, Educating the Nation. Civilizing the natives, natives are the people who Indians, they wanted to civilize with the Britishers, okay? And they also brought good education to the nation. Let's find out whether really English or Britishers have brought good English education for Indians and what is their contribution. Students, we all know that the main reason why Britishers came to India. The first reason is they wanted to conquer India, the Indian territories, and they did it. Secondly, they wanted to control the revenues, the money system. They wanted to take the full resources, the money, and take it to Europe or to British. And thirdly, they wanted to do cultural mission. What do you mean by cultural mission? They wanted to educate the Indians. They wanted to change the culture. They wanted to make Indians better. Okay, these are three reasons why Britishers came to India. Secondly, what we must learn is Orientalism. Okay, Orientalism. What do you mean by Orientalism? They're also called Orientalist. There were once people, who really liked the literature of Eastern and India, that side. They really liked our literature. And they wanted to learn more. Take for example, there was William Jones. William Jones in 1783. He is called as a linguist. What do you mean by a linguist? A linguist is a person who loves languages and studies languages. Now this man knew so many languages: Latin, Greek, French, English, Persian, Latin, so many languages. He even came to India and started learning Sanskrit. So he loved these languages, the Indian culture. And together with his own companions, he said, let us learn. There's so much to learn about Sanskrit. They came and they started different subjects. They started learning arithmetic, maths. There are so many subjects in India. They started learning. They were learning the languages. And they found out that our Indians themselves don't know so much of things. And they said, if we teach them their own things, we will win a place in their hearts. So with all this thinking, they started helping the Indians in a good way. Their own studies, they started helping them. And therefore, they started colleges. They started colleges. Madrasa. Madrasa is a Persian word. It's a school or college. They opened up in 1781 in Kolkata so that they can study Persia, Arab languages, Islamic law. And they started this college. They also started the Hindu college in Banaras, 1791. They also started learning Sanskrit test. So good things were done by this, who are called as Orientalists. But remember, all the Britishers were not happy with this linguistics. And they said a lot of bad things. Criticism started coming. Okay, they said, why you want to help the Indians? You are teaching them what they want? No, you should not do. And their literature is hopeless. They're full of errors, they said. They're full of errors. It's unscientific, they said. Full of errors means there are mistakes. It's unscientific. It's light-hearted. It's non-serious. And they started speaking very bad. And one of them who spoke bad about Indian literature is James Mill. He said, we must teach them something useful, something practical. And you're studying this, stop it. He told all the Orientalists, stop it. And he said, his friend Thomas Bemington, he said, India is an uncivilized country. And you were teaching all these useless things to them? And he said something very strong, when he said, a single shelf of a European library can be compared with the full literature of Indian literature. Very strong words he said. And he said, with full of passion and energy, he said, we must introduce English language in their system, in their education. If you teach them English language, then their thinking will change. He said the whole mindset will change And that's the reason they started a law, English Education Act in 1835, wherein they said all the medium instruction should be done in English. And he said you have to stop those colleges which you have started, which are those colleges. You started Madras, the Hindu college, stop them. And he said they are the temples of darkness. These colleges are temples of darkness. They will decay one day. And he stopped all these colleges. Okay, and he said we must start new colleges. Slowly the boards, the board directors from England, they said we will send you something very special, like just like NEP. NEP has come from the Indian government. They send, what is called as Wood's Dispatch. Wood's Dispatch, they sent. Charles Woods, he had written some things and he said, we have to Europeanize the full country. Their thinking should be changed. They need to teach English. If you teach them Europeanization, their tastes, their desires, everything will change. And they will start liking the European people, their goods, and they start buying them. And once you teach them, they will become, good people. The sense of duty will come. What you are teaching them is useless things, he said. Teach them something, and then we will get good people to work in our system. And at last, they even tried their best to bring changes in the school systems of Indian schools. And that we are going to study in the next part of the lesson, how they brought changes in the Indian schools. So students, I hope you liked the lesson and my explanation. If you do subscribe and like my channel. Thank you and ta-ta.